Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be talking about mate and what that is. Word mate has several meanings depending on the context, and some of the meanings can be companion or a friend in the formal language. Mate is often used to refer to a friend or companion. For example, you might say, I'm meeting up with my mates tonight. Okay, sure. Sports partner in some English speaking regions, particularly in Australia or United Kingdom, and also be termed the of endearment or reference to sports or romantic partner. Perhaps, yeah. I never used it in that kind of context. It's like, hey, buddy, calling your second half a buddy. But okay. Colleagues or coworkers in the workplace context, mate can be used to refer to as colleagues or coworkers. Deckhand or sailor. In nautical terms, mate can be a crew member or ship or boat who assist with various tasks, often under the command of ship's captain. In chess, in the game chess, mate is shorter for checkmate. All right. Let's take a look in deckhand or sailors. Let's take a look at a way how to structure a team on the ship. Captain's mate typically refers to the position or the role or aboard of the ship. These roles, often known as a first mate or first officer, captain's mate or first mate is the second in command of the vessel and plays a crucial role in assigning the ship's captain with various responsibilities related to operations of the ship. Some primary duties might be overall for those of you who looking to start a business, launch a business, or you do have a existing business and you're looking to supervise or manage groups of people, you how you should structure that. Overall, I'm just using an example to just so it would be interesting, perhaps, so to many of people to listen to. But other than that, well, what's really important is how to structure a team and how to structure a team that will be function. So you need to have at least three people. That means this particular example, one that I managed to find, it would be first mate, second mate, the third mate, depending on the size of your business. But either way, that would be your target. At least three people. That means three people need to be able to perform particular task. You need to train your staff, so at least you will have three people to do that particular task, whatever task that might be. Uh, if we would go with same example, that would be navigation, supervision of the crew, safety, watch keeping, record keeping, communication, cargo operations, routine maintenance. Either way, three people need to know how to perform that particular task. Only after rule of three, then you can oversee those people operating that task. But those people need to be capable of doing it. If you have just one person, that person one day might not turn up for work, might get sick, million things can happen, and then you will need to take over, right? Unless you have another two people. That's how to manage and operate your business so it will be functional. Otherwise, you you would be responsible for as a business owner. You're responsible to make sure that your business is operational, functional, and you're capable of doing what is required. And no one talks about it, by the way, but that's a very important fact. That's why I would have to repeat myself. But either way, I'll try to take a different angle. To perform any particular task, you need to make sure whichever task that might be. Let's take navigation, right? To do any navigational tasks, you need to find yourself in a position where you oversee people performing these tasks. Not perhaps in the beginning, you need to learn how to do it yourself first, but eventually, gradually, perhaps it might take 12 months, 18 months, or perhaps 24 months. After that, after you learn this particular task, navigation, you need to bring other person on board teach him how to do it. Perhaps that person can shadow you for some time. Either way, whichever perhaps best way works for you of training staff, perhaps 2 weeks of training. Either way, let's do not get stuck in the details. Either way, in navigation, right? Once you train that for a particular person, your target should be train another 2 people. For those 2 people to be capable of performing that task and keep a record for yourself. What training you have provided to your staff and how many people you have as a minimum to perform that particular task within your business. Uh, Minimum is 3 people. Otherwise, you would find yourself in a station, perhaps not in the first year, perhaps second year, and keep its ball rolling. The more responsibilities, the more tasks, the business would grow. For every particular task, you always need to look to have minimum as a 3 people who can perform that particular task. Many ships are small ships and they might require to have these 2 officers. That would be a captain and the first mate and the second mate. Uh, that's a problem. They need to have a bigger ship and they need to grow the crew. And that would prevent them from having a lot of problems down the line. Either way, perhaps that's my opinion. Based on experience, but that's my opinion. Perhaps other people can function with just 2, but from my experience, that would be at a minimum as 3 people. The captain is the highest ranking officer on the ship and it is overall in command. The captain is responsible for the vessel's safety, navigation, and safety and well-being of the crew and passengers, and all shipboard operations. The captain makes important decisions regarding the ship's route, safety procedures, and overall management. Uh, Uh, let's go with this comparison, I guess. The same goes for perhaps managing a company. Basically, captain is responsible for anyone on board, as well as cargo and perhaps all the people on board. So, captain is responsible for everything what's happening. So, captain needs to manage his operations and have systems in place. What I'm discussing right now, having a proper systems in place, perhaps people on board, how to train those people, and that particular systems. I don't know, nobody teaches that in college. I can tell you right now how to build those systems. So some information that I'm sharing with you right now, nobody teaches about this kind of systems. Most of the people, depending on where they are, they would come in and they would perform very niche staff or skills that they would offer would be very niche, which is great, but not necessarily they would have know-how how to manage large corporations, companies, or perhaps even if they would be self-employed, they not necessarily would know how to grow the business. I'll try to do a quick rundown of how a ship would operate and perhaps a party that if you managing your organization with the party that you would need to have, that would be first mate. First mate is second in command and responsible directly to the captain. Chain of command, which offers to assist the captain in various tasks, including navigation, crew management, and ensuring the ship's safe operations. First mate is often takes command of ship during the captain's absence or overseeing routine operations. You need to have 3 people to do that. That's what I'm saying. She engineer responsible for ship's engine room, the deck officer. Depending on the business, I can go a little bit more in detail, but overall, there's not a lot of time. You need to have at least 3 people to perform any task within your organization. That's my personal opinion to have a functional business. Have published the book. Name of the book is Game Strategy. In the book, I'm sharing a lot of information for any of you who are interested in learning more about business and something that I'm discussing today. That would be how to structure a business. That would be perhaps you're looking to start a business. You're looking for some information where to begin, as well as if you already have a business which is trading and you're bringing money in, as well as if you perhaps investor, how you might consider overseeing business and perhaps seeing what would be potentially be a valuable business, that could be growing business, and how that business should be structured. Either way, I'm sharing a lot of information in this book. Feel free to go to the link in the bottom of this video. That will lead to company's website, or you can purchase it there as well as top retailers. For those of you, just to summarize today's topic, that would be how to structure all operations and tasks and responsibilities within your company. You should follow rule of three. Rule of three, that means that every operation should be carried out or know how to be carried out at least as minimum. Three people should know how to do or perform particular task depending on the work that might how to implement that might require a little bit of time, as well as if you have quiet seasons as well as peak seasons, you might want to shuffle your team around so they could improve their skills and you would have a more diverse workforce that can perform that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.